So I know the event page was a little missing a topic for today, but that's because this topic is so great I wanted to keep it a surprise. Today's presentation will be done by Joseph Rosquites, and he's going to basically be talking about machine gunner school, the in and out of networking. So Garrett, make sure you take lots of notes. If you don't have notepad and paper, ask your neighbor. So maybe you can borrow a piece of paper from them. So at this time, why don't we all give a nice big round of applause for Joseph Rosquites!
Oh, okay. Now, I know this is
My toast's not here yet.
No, I know this is funny, but the main reason I brought that in is and pulled a little prop out is because when I was 17 years old, I was a dishwasher in this very restaurant.
Was it a bigger square back then?
Huh?
Was it a bigger square back then?
It was bigger square back then.
Yeah.
They still have pies. Actually, the French silk is their caramel, whatever, surprise or whatever. So how's everybody doing?
Great.
Great.
A couple of things. I always ask if you could please put your egos and your phones on silent. That would be really helpful. No, I'm kidding about the ego part. Well, actually, no, I'm kidding about the phone part. No. Well, here's the thing. I really like what Successful Thinkers has put together. And, and I've watched a lot of the presentations that have been done over the last, several months that we've been doing this. And the thing that I want to be able to see from everybody is actually to be able to create an opportunity for all of you to share your expertise. I mean, is that fair?
Yeah.
Because there's something that I can't learn from you, and there's something that you may be able to learn from me. I mean, God knows. I mean, there might something come out of my mouth that may offend you and it might inspire you. I don't know until it actually comes out. So, just kind of want to premise my story a little, let everybody understand why I call my course Machine Gunner School. Born and raised in South San Francisco, went to South City High School, so I'm a local. And went into the military, had that career-minded life, got out. But when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a restaurant, work in a restaurant, own a restaurant. The thing that I didn't realize is that I didn't understand that my life would no longer belong to myself. And a lot of you small business owners understand that. If you're going to live by the sword, you might as well die by your own sword, right? So I basically went into the restaurant business and spent the next 25 years literally slaving over a hot stove. Ladies, I totally know what it's all about. But we did it in a whole different program. Oh, by the way, I never mean to offend anybody, but I do want permission to be able to say what you might need to hear more than what you might want to hear. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, as long as I have your permission, now I can offend you all. So basically, what ended up happening was the next 25 years was a very enlightening time for me because it taught me hard work and it taught me perseverance, but it didn't teach me entrepreneurship. Now, how many people in this room have ever participated in or are currently in a network marketing company? Okay, so that's most of the room. Now, how many people in this room don't believe in network marketing? Don't be scared, it's okay. Because the reality is that in the United States, only 4% of the population believes in or participates in network marketing. Pretty crazy statistic, right? It is a true statistic, and all the network marketers are like, man, we got 96% to go? Yeah. So basically what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to capture. So I don't mean to disenfranchise those people or disassociate with those people at this time that are not involved in, but I kind of want to dispel some of the myths and show what's worked for me that were lessons that were taught in network marketing that I've carried on to my business life. Because I'm not one of those network marketers that hawk you and, hey, how you doing? I got this really good program, and the shit is amazing, and we're going to all make a lot of money, and the founders are like this, and the comp plan pays all the way down to here, and X amount, and it goes around the world, and we're going to travel. That's not the way you build your business. And the biggest problem is that guys like Gary and Avi, and these are professional network marketers. These are people who understand the ins and outs of the business and know how to promote their business without kind of going into the red light district. How you doing? Here's the, so you're kind of searching for the next big thing. Again, we can always edit and beep a lot of this out, right? Perfect. Elias has got, when I see Elias starting to sweat, I know that my time
I'm actually smiling, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, really, and just to give you an example, again, where'd my iPad go? The dish pad?
Your iPad?
Oh, it's on top of my thing. Okay, like for example, again, so I basically went and looked around at some different websites and kind of wanted to get an idea. How many people have ever heard this before? The only free traffic generator on the internet, the most powerful, drive traffic to your site for free, almost zero cost. Only $20 and you'll make $500 in the next 6 weeks. Go to my website, lose weight, get your own free website, and all you have to do is share it, and you will make money. Don't miss out on this great offer. How many people have seen that? How many people participate in that? Nobody better raise their hand. No, hold on. Let's see if I see any of your names on here. But the reality is that sites like this. Now again, I don't know if this is a site. Is the advertise your business for free on Twitter? Is that one of the groups that everybody has heard of? Is it? Okay. See, the thing is that what a lot of people realize is that Facebook, now Elias has talked about what Facebook can do. And I just want to kind of go over a few things that might be able to help you generate traffic to your traditional business by using network marketing principles. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, first principle, don't vomit on your clients. Okay? The same thing that goes out in the world of small business goes out in network marketing. You need to be able to brand yourself, and what do we do as successful thinkers? Do we have people join us because we're smart? No. Why do they join us? Because they know us, they like us, and they trust us. So if the fact of the matter is that you got to get people to know, like, and trust you, then why do you spend all your time pitching your product and your compensation plan? Because I've really found people in the industry that have come to me for advice because they've been literally covered in the problems of the industry. And I kind of want to dispel the idea that network marketing is a bad thing. And the thing that I want to follow is that I'm a pretty big reader. There's a saying that leaders are readers. And I don't fill myself full of all kinds of stuff, but, there's a really good story, Michael Jordan, Driven Within. Of course, I dropped John Maxwell on the floor. Developing the leaders around you. Now, the problem with network marketing is that they don't teach it in college. There's no course on these are the books, but these are the textbooks that actually make you successful, because when you understand the principles of network marketing, you can then carry that on to the same principles that you use in your traditional business. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, there's a book from a guy named Robert Kiyosaki. I know all of you guys that are in already have read this book, Business School for the 21st Century, and I just want to dispel it because I don't want to make any opinions. We believe in financial luminaries, right? Will everybody believe that Robert Kiyosaki is a successful man? Yes. Okay, good. Today, network marketing is recognized by many experts and accomplished business people as one of the fastest growing business models in the world. Why? Because in network marketing, you don't only just bring people together in a community for your product or your service, but realistically, a professional network marketer is able to create a community where leadership is developed, because there's things that there's principles that we all abide by. And of course, when I'm down to crunch time, everything's like, where did I put it? I'm so busy over there talking. And
Eric's your lovely assistant. He can help you.
No, I just had my
His notes.
my notes.
His cheat sheet.
But basically, when you get involved in a small business, you have to realize and remember what you fill your head with. Are you watching Oprah, or are you watching the morning news? I really discourage people to watch the news in the morning or in the evening. If you really want to see what's going on during the day, do it in the middle of the day, because that's how you wake up and how you go to bed, is where your mindset really goes throughout the entire day. But fill your head with things like John Maxwell, if you want to understand leadership. And and the list goes on and on. I mean, there's people that you can actually get involved in or get involved with, but where we want to kind of go this in the route is what exactly is machine gunner school? Machine gunner school is actually a theory, because there's two types of people on the battlefield. There are machine gunners and there are snipers. Okay? Snipers were once machine gunners. Now, what does a sniper consist of? A sniper consists of a highly skilled rifleman, right? But does he go out into the field by himself? No, he doesn't. He has an entire group of people that go out and scout the field, protected place. He has a spotter that tells him where he needs to be. But what do snipers focus their attention on? High-value targets. Presidents of corporations, CEOs of companies, big-time leaders from other companies. Now, what does a machine gunner do? He sits down in front of his machine gun, he opens the thing, he puts his weapons in, he pulls back, and then what does he do? And what does that do? He'll then go out into the battlefield once the war is over, and network marketing is war, guys, whether you want it or not. No, believe it or not. The kumbaya, we're all happy, only happens after you've made a commitment with what army you want to decide to be a part of. So what Machine Gunner School does is it actually teaches you to use tools to promote your business. Not really your mouth, because you really want to be able to get people in to see who you are without having to tell them. Who do you have edifying you? Now, there are some techniques that we use that can actually assist you, like creating a funded proposal. Does anybody know how that works? Okay, would you mind if I talk a little bit about it? Okay, what do you guys, what is your expertise? Is it?
It's basically helping small businesses.
Okay.
With resources that they normally don't choose because they don't find the budget for them.
Okay.
And
Okay, well, let's take that for an example and then a couple of other examples. Now, what I would do in their case is I would actually help them put together either a video seminar like we talked about in the interior design. Video seminar teaching people how to do certain things, and you also always give them free product up front. Okay? Because you want to keep the secrets to yourself, because your secrets are worth money. Your contact list is worth money. You just need to learn how to monetize it. And really the way to do it is to provide value to your prospects in the front end and keep the secrets for them to come in with later. Because reality is this, when you look at a program like this, if I say anything that may be of value or entertainment to you, what are you 99% of the time going to do? You're going to go to your phone, you're going to go to your computer, you're going to take a look at my Facebook, you're going to Google, you're going to Google Gary Massari if he's up here talking, because I know I did. You're going to take a look and see what these people are all about. Why? Because we want you to know us, like us, and trust us. But the more information that you can provide, the better the sense of trust. With a funded proposal, you can actually drive traffic, generate leads, and that's what most of our businesses entail, right? Is the generation of leads. Is that probably, in my opinion, is that one of the toughest things for a small business owner to do? So what do a lot of people do? They'll take the time and they'll give that power to somebody else and pay somebody else to do it when that person really has their interest in mind, not your small business. But like we were talking about the interior design, we simply created a video blog like you were talking about earlier. Does anybody here use a email marketing system? Okay. And when you use the email marketing system, do you use Facebook fan pages to capture leads, or do you create a WordPress blog, or do you have a basic website created to generate leads? Anybody? Or do you just create them off a card like a lot of restaurants do? You know, you can put your email address or when you check in. Okay, well, what I would suggest is for a lot of small businesses is get yourself a blog because you do have information. Paul, I think you do a little bit of this, right?
No, we were talking about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many people with so many different programs, so many different skill sets. Oh, but you know, and keep in mind, when I'm up on stage, when I'm up in front of a group, there really is no rhyme and reason, or you know, there really is no script or anything, because you know, the reality is that the skill set that we're able to bring to successful thinkers. And by the way, can I ask who brought guests today? Two of you? Okay, I owe you both and your guest a piece of pie because I think you really should be. Because I really think you should be rewarded for doing something that you should be doing right now anyway. Because the reality is, guys, with successful thinkers, what we could be able to do is actually not just help each other, but bring business to one another. You know, instead of telling a friend, you know, hey, there's this guy in this thinkers group that does real estate, you ought to come by and talk to him. Why don't you say, hey, let's go grab some lunch. We're gonna go over to Shari's for lunch on Tuesday and meet, you know, one of the guys that does real estate. Or, hey, you looking for some cabinets? You know, let's go meet Eric. But that's really, and being in network marketing, I understand why that's important. Because if you have a home party and you invite 20 people, how many people show up?
25%.
25%.
Yeah, 25%. Wow, you're doing well.
Yeah, you're doing very well.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know, so getting people to come to the show is what's really going to drive this group in particular in the right direction. Because you guys do want more business, right? You know, and again, I'm more than happy in helping anybody be able to promote whatever they're doing. Trust me, if anybody comes and looking for cabinets, I know, like, and trust Eric. And actually, him and I are in a relationship now. So
Really?
you are? Congratulations.
Hey,
When he started hugging on
broke
me,
my
you know, I'm
heart.
from downtown. Did I just lose my credibility? No.
You actually gained a hell of a lot more of mine, I'll tell you that.
So, you know, so in reality, the point that I'm trying to make today is with using machine gunner techniques, you could really focus on the skill sets that you have, being able to provide that opportunity to each and every person. Now, when it comes to network marketing principles, this is where my expertise comes in because I've been involved in the industry for over, 12 years. Now, I've been an average person, which means that I've made less than the medium or right around the average. And the average in network marketing has been for quite some time between $500 and $600 a month. That's the reality of the industry. And why? Because when you're a chef in the industry, when you're in the restaurant business as much as I am, now I could actually cook all of your meals all at once at the exact same time if I got into that kitchen because it's a skill set that I have, that I understand how all of these dishes are made and put together. But until you reach that spot in your network marketing industry, you'll still look at it as a pyramid scheme that doesn't work for everybody, that people are just going to come in and try to recruit you out of another company, and that this guy's saying bad things about this guy, and this guy yells at me when I'm at his meetings, and and I walk into a room and it's like, it's like you're a piece of meat on a hook in a room full of wolves. Anybody ever had that feeling before? Oh yeah. So what you want to be able to do is attract people to you without talking. Does that make sense? I mean, in today's day and age, with the use of social media and network and internet marketing, there's no reason why somebody shouldn't be able to come to you and listen to what you've got to say without actually telling them to their face. Because who are you really going to believe? Are you gonna believe something that you see and hear right on the, because if I came up to you and started talking about my business, what do you hear? Womp, 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 womp. Right? Because you've heard it 1,000 times. But we talk, we meet, you take a look at my web, you take a look at my Facebook, you see my blog, you see the value that's being provided to each and every person, and then you decide if it's a fit. Same thing with a small business owner. Like Man has a perfectly good example with being in the restaurant business, because if he could bring more people to Spices, which is a great business, it's a great location, but filling it up 24 hours a day is pretty much what it takes to be successful. Am I off point? And I only,
Landlord never stopped charging you rent.
yeah, exactly. Whether you sell 1 sandwich or 100 sandwiches. Which, by the way, I still wish I would have bought the Bruno's 10 years ago when it was up for sale. I'm just saying, just throwing that out, okay? Hey, you guys from South San Diego. So I kind of just wanted to, really what I wanted to be able to do today is I wanted to be able to connect with a lot of you, because there's friends that I have and networks that I'm a part of that are always looking for people just like you. Not to join, but to provide services. And there's plenty of people that I know that can use your service. There's plenty of people that I know that can use your service. There's plenty of people that I know that can use your service. And it's just about making that connection. And I really, really strongly advise everybody to take and stand in the spot of fear. That's this little circle that's surrounding my feet. Because this is kind of where it goes from part-time to full-time. This is where it goes from a couple $100 to several thousands of dollars. Because whether or not you listen to or believe in what I speak of today is completely up to what you're doing and where you are in life today. And I'm probably rambling at this point, right? No? Okay, if Ron says no, then it means no. And it doesn't matter what the rest of you say. No. But what I want, I kind of just want to I just really wanted to carry this into the sense that what we're able to do here in Successful Thinkers is more important than what you can actually do in your small business. Because what you can do here is provide value in knowing who you know, and not really knowing who you know, but who knows you. Have you ever heard of that saying? It's not who you know, it's who knows you. That's really important. So if you get to know people who actually get to know you, like if I get to know you, I get to know you, and I'm able to provide you with some information, or I might have a prospect who's interested in your business, because I do know people who partner up with you now and will share information. Like I said, but with that, I'm starting to draw blank, and I apologize for it. But I didn't want to really get into a big pitchy thing about how network marketing works and what my product does and what my comp plan is, because a lot of people do that on a regular basis. And I do want to let you know that those of you that are not a part of the industry, there really is a difference between amateurs and professionals. And just like in your industry, there's, you would never decide to be a brain surgeon today, which, by the way, we're gonna pull your tumor out later on this afternoon. I got my stuff in my bag. I decided last night to be a brain surgeon.
Nice.
You told me you had a problem. But you understand what I mean. I mean, it might go kind of around the block, and again, it all came down to me being able to have an opportunity to kind of at least talk to some of you. Some of you run away from me. Maybe I'm scary, or no, I'm only kidding. But really, it comes down to being able to say, hi, my name's Joe. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to find out more about you and what I can do to help you build your business. So in return, let me know what I can do. Because that's really what this entire group is all about. And we probably said this 500 or 600 times in the last several months. But damn it, why aren't you bringing more people here? That's all I'm saying, okay? See the same faces. I mean, bring your wives at least. No, I'm kidding. Bring your husbands at least. We can all network and Chuck E.
I
Cheese.
think so, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, with that, I mean, Elias is told me that there's like incredible announcements that need to be made. So again, I want to thank you for putting up with my ranting and my disgusting and ridiculous program. But again, it's myself. Yes.
You have time for a question?
Sure.
You started out talking about machine gunner school. So are you saying that you want to have a sniper attitude for looking for high value relationships versus vomiting on the masses?
Well, you know, when it comes to the principles of machine gunner school, and again, this goes back to network marketing principles. Machine gunner schools work in what way? One, there's a machine gunner. That is the network marketing. Two, what is the gun? The gun is the delivery system. It might be what your company uses. It might be a CD. It might be a website. It might be a DVD. It might be a webinar. It might be. But then what happens is you basically set that out into the general public, letting people know that this is the information. Because in network marketing, what do? We provide people with as much information that they can use to make an intelligent decision whether this is a fit for you or not. Not everybody believes in that principle. Is it convince you to join my business? No, I could probably do that. But if you guys would like, we could go into the bathroom one by one. Yes.
Can you maybe relate on what you just said, you know, and maybe elaborate more, because you touched on it a little bit. How would what you said, having the machine gunner's approach or the sniper approach, for those who have traditional brick and mortar business?
A traditional brick and mortar business is quite simple because how do most traditional businesses survive? Now, do you hope that somebody's going to walk by your restaurant, or do you use advertising? Now, let's look at a restaurant. The difference between a sniper and a machine gunner. McDonald's is a machine gunner. Okay? Gary Danko's is a sniper school. What that means by it is that anybody in the industry, regardless of what industry you're in, can be a machine gunner. Because machine gunners, any monkey trained to pull a trigger and share tools can be a machine gunner. And eventually, you become a sniper. But most people in small business believe in their minds that they're a sniper to begin with. And that's where you start firing rounds off and you're not taking targets out. And again, the best part about this is nobody gets killed, everybody just gets rich, which is kind of what but for small businesses, I mean, really, if you're not taking advantage of Facebook, if you don't have a blog, if you don't take advantage of social media and the options that they have, then you're not in business in this day and age. Because those things are really necessary. Yes.
But are you saying that one is better than the other, or you just want to say that for specific industries or professions or type of businesses, machine gunners could be a good solution? I mean, evidently,
machine gunners are
McDonald's is doing very well.
Right.
AOL did billions of dollars by sending out a CD to everyone.
Right, but I think what I'm saying is that machine gunner school is a state of mind that everybody can take a part of, but only those that take the time to go to the range and practice their shot every day can become snipers. And sniper is a skill set that you can actually grow from. But anybody can be a machine gunner. It doesn't matter what industry you're in or what product you sell or what company you're a part of. If you decide to get involved, you're a machine gunner. But again, the problem is most people that get in the industry believe that they're a sniper first, when in reality they've never picked up a gun before. See what I mean? Does the analogy make more sense? I've taught this in detail, but it takes a little more time than we have, because then I can really break it down. But 20 minutes, and again, I mean, if you look me up on Facebook, you can kind of see, like what we do. And it's not about, everything on my Facebook has nothing to do with my company. It's all about what services we can provide to teach you how we were able to generate leads, and then how it can work for you. But there really is nothing about my company or my products or the industry that I'm a part of. And I think that's only fair, because again, if I do that, then I remove 96% of the people that look at my website. So again, if you want to get a little bit more information, you can just Facebook me, Joseph Rosquites. I'm on Eric and Elias, and I'm on the Successful Thinkers program. And any other questions? Again, this is different for me because I'm usually talking about comp plan by now. You guys are smiling because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Huh?
You'll be speaking again, trust me.
Yeah, and again, I do encourage all of you to do what I'm doing right now. I may not be the greatest at it today, but I do want to find out more about your industry. I do want to find out more about what you do and what I can learn from you. And we can do that as one-on-ones, but I think this right here is a leap of faith. This is an all-in move, by the way, because I can either move forward with the friends, with the relationships that you make in Successful Thinkers, or I can be ostracized. But if I'm going to be ostracized, then I got a piece of pie for all of you guys.
Wow.
Can I just get a whole pie instead of a piece?
Can you give him a shake?
I thought you were on the 90-day challenge there, Eric.
I don't know what's talking about.
We can't mention that.
You know, so with that, guys, I mean, I don't want to fill your glass with a bunch of stuff that you can't really, like I say, you can't come up to the bar and drink if you don't drink alcohol to begin with, and that's kind of what. Yeah. Bring somebody that's not Elias, and I'll buy you a drink this time. So, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time. Please, after Elias tells you what he's going to tell you, which, again, I'm assuming is amazing because it's coming from Elias. What?
No, keep talking.
Is that too cheesy?
No,
Okay, he's got something strange to tell you. I don't know if it's going to work for us or not, but what the heck, you know? No, I'm totally kidding. But I would like to...
You have to edit it. This time.
Oh yeah, no, we're not posting. No.
We'll talk about it.
I'm working. All right. So again, with that, I want to thank you guys for giving me a chance to come up here and at least introduce myself to you, if anything. My name is Joe Rosquites. I'm Elias. I am 43 years old and I'm single most of the time.
Awesome. Give Joseph a big round of applause.